Hello students. Now in this particular video we are going to start our new chapter of biology, that is chapter number 7, conservation of plants and animals. Now children, you know the meaning of conservation. Conservation means to protect, to save anything for our future use so that we can use it in our future. So here we are talking about conservation of plants and animals, that how we can protect plants and animals. You know that plants and animals, they are given to us by nature, and they are very important part of our ecosystem. Without plants and animals we cannot think our life, right? So why we have to conserve plants and animals? My question first of all is that why? What is the need? As you all know, because of many human activities like mining, deforestation, pollution, combustion, etc. There are so many things. Because of this, plants and animals are being harmed and they are being killed and destroyed day to day. And as I already told you that they are very important for our ecosystem, we are directly or indirectly depend on plants, and even animals are also directly and indirectly depend on plants, and plants also somewhere depend on us. When we say animals, we are I'm including humans also in that, right? So altogether I can say that plants and animals, they are somewhere dependent on each other. So both of them are really important for the survival of each other. So we are going to discuss them about the reasons one by one. So first of all, in your book, they have given about deforestation. Now, what is deforestation? Deforestation is cutting down of trees or forest, okay, on a large scale. That is called deforestation. Now, deforestation, clearing of forest and using of land for other purposes. Now, trees in the forest are cut for many purposes. What are those purposes? First is procuring land for cultivation, so that the land is being cultivated for growing of crops. As you know very well that nowadays, because population is being increasing day by day, okay, and to meet the requirements of food of the growing population, we need to grow lots and lots of crops, and for that purpose we need land also. And from where do we get those lands? For that purpose we have to cut down the trees. Building houses and factories, definitely. Making furniture or using wood as fuel, so the requirement of fuel and wood is again there, and so to fulfill that purpose we need to cut down the trees. Then there are some natural causes also of deforestation, that is forest fires and severe droughts. Forest fire, as you know, that recently in Australia it has been occurred. Forest fire is really a disastrous, you can say it is a disastrous thing which can happen to any place or to any forest. And not only the forest but the animals, they are also being killed because of forest fires. And drought conditions, when there is no rainfall or scanty rainfall in a particular area, when we declare that area as a drought area, okay. So this is also a reason of, because of this, these are all the causes of deforestation. Now, what are the consequences of deforestation? What are the results? Now, there are so many reasons of deforestation. These are all the reasons which we have discussed just now are the causes of deforestation. Now, what are the results or consequences of deforestation? So, first one here it is given is that deforestation increases the temperature and pollution level of the earth. Obviously, when there is no plants, no trees, the pollution level of the earth increases, because you know very well that plant always gives oxygen during photosynthesis process, which actually makes the air fresh and less polluted. It increases the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Yes, obviously. because carbon dioxide is used by the plants in the photosynthesis process. But when there are no plants, who is going to use that? So carbon dioxide level is also increasing. Groundwater table, roots, roots of the plants, they actually hold the soil firmly and hold the water also. Whenever there is rainfall, slowly that water seeps into the ground and enriches or nourishes the water level. But when there are no plants, nobody is going to, nothing is there to hold that water. So directly that water uh, flows into the drains and just waste it. Then this deforestation disturbs the balance in nature. Yes, of course, when there are less plants and more animals on earth, obviously the balance will disturb. The balance of air or gases will be disturbed, because you know that carbon dioxide is being taken by the plants and oxygen is being released. So what happened when there would be no plants on earth? There will be more amount of carbon dioxide and less amount of oxygen. Definitely it get disturbed the whole climatic conditions also and the nature also. If cutting of trees continues, rainfall and the fertility of soil will also decreases. Why fertility of the soil will decreases? Because just now as I told you that roots hold the soil firmly, so topsoil contains lot of nutrients, and when these nutrients, they are actually required for the growing of crops, right? So when there is soil erosion, when the soil get eroded away or blown away of flowing away by the water or wind, then that is called soil erosion. So that also reduces the fertility of the soil, because the bottom soil get exposed, which is rocky and hard and does not contain nutrients. So that makes the soil or the land barren. Barren means the soil or the land which contains no nutrients. And when there are no nutrients, there will be no growth of plants. Then, moreover, there will be increased chances of natural calamities such as floods and droughts. Plants need carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Fewer trees would mean that less carbon dioxide will be used up, resulting in its increased amount in the atmosphere. And this will lead to global warming. Obviously, when uh, there would be deforestation, then conditions of drought would also occur, because as I again told you, because everything is interrelated to each other. जब soil barren होगी, ज़मीन बंजर हो जाएगी, तो plants will not be able to grow. तो वहाँ पे क्या होगा, बारिश नहीं होगी, क्योंकि you know very well that somewhere these plants they help in the rainfall. And now how plants actually help in bringing the rainfall? Because plants transpires. What is transpiration? It is the loss of water in the form of water vapor through the stomata. So when this evaporated, this water vapor goes up in the air, you know very well that it forms clouds and hence helps in the rainfall. So actually that is why they are writing here that it disturbs the water cycle. When no such conditions will take place, there would be no rainfall. And when there would be no rainfall, this could cause droughts. Then deforestation also plays a major role of desertification. As just now I have told you about the barren land, बंजर ज़मीन, तो डेजर्ट कैसे होगा? जब ऊपर की न्यूट्रिएंट सॉइल जो टॉप सॉइल है वो हट जाएगी, तो नीचे की जो बैरन और रॉकी सॉइल है दैट कम्स अप, and that does not help plants to grow because that is devoid of nutrition. उसमें nutrients ही नहीं है, तो वो desert जैसी condition हो जाएगी, and that condition is called desertification. Deforestation also leads to a decrease in the water holding capacity of the soil and also decrease the soil texture, quality, nutrient content of the soil. Okay, so this is also one of the major consequence of deforestation. And of course deforestation also causes harm to the animals also, because you know very well that these forests, these trees are homes to animals. So definitely they become homeless. And that is why these animals, they always, nowadays they are rushing towards the villages or cities because of this reason only. A lot of monkeys you can see around, just because we are cutting down the forest, so they are just rushing towards the jungle or towards the cities or towns. So this is all the topic of deforestation, the causes of deforestation and consequences. Okay, in the next video we will discuss about the next topic.